Sarah, lads. What's going on? Welcome back to Carefree TV. Day after we had beaten Liverpool 1-0 in second leg of the League Cup and we're through to the final. We're off to Wembley. Cheered me up after the Bradford game, to be honest. It was a great game of football. I think over the two legs, we saw some proper football. No, at times it wasn't nice, but I absolutely loved it. I loved every single minute. I loved the aggression, the intensity. The fighting. It was all brilliant. It was all absolutely fantastic, and I do think we deserved it. I think that, as I said in the first leg review, football was a game of two sides, attacking and defending, and I think we were more all-rounded than Liverpool over the two legs, and therefore deserved to go through. Now, before I talk about how absolutely fantastic we were, let's talk about Diego Costa and some of the criticism he's getting. Now, I wasn't able to make the game. My dad took the ticket instead, but I was live streaming it because I don't have Sky, and I was listening to the commentary, and it cut off as it was, stream cut off. You know what it's like. So I had to reload the screen. When I came back on, I heard the commentators going stuff about Costa stamping on Emre Can, him being aggressive, he should be sent off, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, if we got lucky here. Because when I hear a stamp, I think of Rooney on Carvalho at the World Cup, or I think of I think Balotelli did it to either Wilshere or Scott Parker a few years ago. I think a player's on the floor and the player stamping, quite literally gets down and literally stamps down on him. And I was like, right, let's see what Diego's done. It showed a replay of it. That's not a stamp. He stepped on him. He didn't stamp on him. He stepped on him. Now, I made this point at school to say that, look. Yeah, and then people were like, oh, he could have got out of the way. Okay, let me put you in Costa's situation. It's a high-intensity game. Rivalry. Atmosphere was electric, I've heard. It was back to its best. It's back to where it's like, that thing which frustrates me most about our atmosphere, that it could be good. It's not like Arsenal where it's a library 24/7. It can be fantastic, but, sometimes it just isn't. So anyway, and for both of them, Costa, he's running at full speed. He's jumping up. He can get out of the way, yes. But he's would have to sort of change his body weight and risk falling over and injuring himself. He could have twisted his ankle, because both times he was running off the pitch. I mean, the second one, the fact that they could say that was deliberate is even worse. He wasn't even looking. And then he has to land. I've done worse on a football pitch than that. I've landed on players' thighs, on their players' chest. It's completely accidental. Mourinho was right, it's accidental. Yes, he could have got out of the way. He could have avoided it, but it's, what it is. It's a Sky Sport. It's those fucking Sky Sports wankers, isn't it? It's Jamie Redknapp. Who can actually watch him and not want to punch him in the face? He's such a dickhead. And I don't take Sky Sports people seriously, because you've got to remember, they're at a football match in a suit. How fucking ridiculous is that? That's just, imagine if they weren't sitting behind their nice sort of window, which from looks of it you get a shit view of the pitch. They're sitting outside in the stands in a fucking suit. I mean, that's just ridiculous. What the fuck, Sky? You think you try and connect with us fans, but you don't. You just don't. So anyway, yeah. So the fact that Costa's getting all his hate, saying, "Oh, FA needs to come in. It's a straight record." No, it fucking wasn't. It wasn't. You cannot say to me that Costa meant that. He could have avoided it, but he didn't mean it. He did not jump up to, attack him to break his ankle or whatever. He just did it. He was playing the ball, and he just happened to land on it. That's all that it was. Yes, it could be avoided, but it's hard to avoid it, and he didn't want to risk injuring himself. He's running off the pitch at one point. He could fall down, twist his ankle. That's a disadvantage to us. Why is he going to do that? He's going to obviously do what comes naturally to him, and at the same time, hurt a Liverpool player. Every single one would do the same thing. Every single one. Even a Liverpool player. And the fact that he's getting stick for that is fucking ridiculous. So anyway, we move on to the thing which pissed me off the most. His actual yellow card. Costa's actual yellow card. When he had to go with Gerrard. What Gerrard did to Costa was as bad, if not worse. Grabbing him by the neck. Going head to head. They both got yellow cards, agreed. But who's getting the blame? Oh no, it's not Steven Gerrard. It's not the guy who probably gets wanked off by Jamie Redknapp every fucking completed pass he does. No, it's Diego Costa, and I fucking hate it. Mourinho's right. There is a slight campaign against us. You've got to look at what the pundits say, what the match reports say. I read somewhere that Kurt Zouma had a bad game yesterday. Kurt Zouma was phenomenal. I may sound a bit biased, but let's face it, we're talking about Liverpool fans here. They'll be way worse if this was happening to them. So, I'm sorry, I'm fucking pissed off, but you can shove a middle finger up at them for all I care, because we're through to Wembley and Liverpool are out. And the fact that Gerrard gets away with it, even though Gerrard did just as bad. And this isn't a vote, all right. Would you rather Costa get banned for about 8 games, from that game, for his incident, but it was because in one punch he knocked Gerrard out cold, literally knocked him out like what the fuck, the Carl Froch George Cruz match, when they just guy knocked him out in one punch. I mean, imagine that. Imagine that. Just Costa, head to head, bang, Gerrard's on the floor, knocked out his own cold. I would take that. I would genuinely take that, because that would have been absolute gold. I wanted to do it myself, and I think a chant that should definitely start is where every time Costa gets into a fight, it's like, Diego, fuck him up, Diego, fuck him up. I think that would be absolutely brilliant. So if you're going to games, maybe start that. Could be a thing. So, and then eventually 2-goal Branislav Ivanovic in extra time, heads it in, and it was a great game. I moved on off all this bullshit from Sky, because this isn't Sky Sports, and I'm so pleased to be through to the final. And who do you want in the final? Do you want Sheffield United, where we'll probably be guaranteed silverware if we were to face them? But, obviously if we lose it's a big shock. Or do you want to face Tottenham to revenge them, but then again have something even worse, have a repeat of 08 where we lost them in the League Cup final, which is still today really hurts inside with me. So, it's a tough one, but I'm still, it's the day after the game, I'm still so happy that we've got through, that we've done it, that Gerrard's not going to be winning anything this year. It's just so good. It's so good. Let me know what you guys thought down below. Very, very quick review, because I'm going to literally, as soon as this is uploaded, I'm going to start recording the Man City preview, which will be a bit long. I'll go into quite a lot of depth in that. So, wow, we're through to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. I think I am going to Wembley. As it stands, I am going to Wembley. So I'll be doing as much as I can. Carefree TV is going to Wembley. Remember that. So, yeah. See all you guys later. Que sera, sera. Bye.